Good afternoon. I'm coming to you again. I'm making bread pudding. And I have some brioche. I'm going to put the brioche. Oh, no, I'm not going to use that. I have, usually when you make bread pudding, it's made with stale bread. But I bought some fresh bread. And it's made with, well, I'm making it, it's not brioche bread, it's challah bread. I love challah bread. And I'm making it with challah rolls. So I'm just going to dice them up and put them on a sheet pan so you can dry it out. It's on 350. I'm doing this first and just put it in the oven for a couple of minutes. We don't want to burn them out, just want to toast it up a little bit. Okay, so I have everything here set. Just gonna toast it up. I love challah bread, and you can make bread pudding with any kind of bread, anything you choose. But it has to be stale bread, day old bread. So after this, we're going to make the custard for the pudding. See, that was 6 rolls, so I'm doing 12. And basically you want to, the bread is not, it's not dry, it's nice and fresh. So you want to make sure they get a little toasty. So I have all my stuff set up here for the custard. And I'm going to make a white sauce on the side. I have 2 more, and then we're done. I'm going to put in the oven. And let them get toasty. Yeah. So I'm going to put it in a pan that I have. And I'm going to put some in a ramekin. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the oven. Let it get toasty. On 350. Okay. So now I have my milk. I have 4 cups of milk here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this milk. I put it, it's warmed a little bit. So put this here. Add the sugar. You add the butter. Okay. Let that melt. And then you add the egg, or beat the egg up. Making a mess. I'm gonna put the eggs in there so they won't get scrambled. Put it in now. The yolks are really good. They're not cracking. So you put the eggs in. So when it starts to come to a boil, keep stirring. And we're going to set this on the side. Then we're going to make the sauce for the bread pudding. Okay? I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Okay? First I took 4 cups of milk, and I used heavy cream. I didn't use regular milk. You can use whole milk. You can use half and half. I mean, I didn't use heavy cream. I didn't use whole milk. I used half and half. But you can use any milk that you want. Whole milk, 1% milk, whatever you want. You gotta keep stirring. The butter's melting. Oh, it's really good. At my other job, I used to make it with carnation milk and 1% milk. And I have a cup of raisins, which I'm going to add it so it can soak. And if you want to put some brandy in this, you can. We're just looking for this to boil up a little bit. Let's call. And I'm going to pour this into here and set it to the side. I'm going to make my sauce in this pot. You just want it to come to a boil. It's coming up nicely. I'm going to add this to here right now. Add the raisins. And I can smell the bread. And it's thickening up. Just wanted to come to a little scald. So I had 6 eggs, 4 cups of milk, 4 cups of half and half, 4 cups of half and half, 6 eggs, a cup of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of vanilla. And basically you're just cooking the eggs. Just want to make sure you cook the eggs. Just want to come to a boil. And I'm going to put my 4 cups of milk. Get ready for my sauce. Finish that off. This is going to be for my sauce. So I'm going to put it in the microwave. So this is done. This is done. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to add this to the side and let the Okay, so I'm going to wash this out and use it. So I have my raisins in there. Oh, you just start? No. Wish I had the other side. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. Let it warm it up. And I'm going to rinse this pot out. And I'm going to do my roux. I'm coming. I don't have a saucepan, so I have to use this. Alright, so I'm going to melt my butter. 4 tablespoons of butter. And 4 tablespoons of flour. Okay? You have that. So my bread is done. It's nice and toasty. See that? Nice and toasty. So I'm just going to sit it up here for a minute. Joe, can you turn that down? Just waiting for the pan to dry out. So it's nice and toasty. All the moisture came out of it. That's what you're looking for. So we melt the butter. Let me get the milk. The milk is nice and warm. You see? Okay. So what you want to do is you want to add 4 tablespoons. You're making a roux. 4 tablespoons of butter. 1. Then you add your milk after you make the roux. Okay? So you want that to get nice and brown. So you have to cook the flour for a minute or so. And cook it till you smell it a little toasty. Like an almond smell. So mine is turning a little auburn. You want to let it turn a little color. And once it turns a little color, you add the milk. I warmed the milk already. Okay, so I'm going to pour the milk now. And you pour, you stir. Okay? So this is supposed to get thick enough from the flour. Now you add the 1 cup of brown sugar. Make sure you get all the sides of that flour. You add your brown sugar. So this is going to get thickened up. This is going to make our sauce. And you add 2 tablespoons of vanilla. can be a this sauce can be a brandy sauce too. You put some brandy in here, like a half a cup or a cup of brandy. Yeah. So you just want this to thicken up. After this is done, get another spatula. So I'm going to get my ramekins in my bowl. For the oven, so I got my bowl here. Okay. And I have my 3 ramekins, which I'm going to use. And I'm going to spray it. This one is to get thick. And you can make caramel sauce for this, for the bread pudding, and have some ice cream. It will look nice with some ice cream. I'm waiting for it to get thick enough. It's bubbling, it's bubbling. So I'm going to put some bread in here. It's getting thick. Okay. Yes, it's thickening up. It's doing its thing. You want this really thick. And I keep scraping the sides down. It's supposed to be a nice, thick, rich sauce. So after the sauce is finished, then I'm going to do the bread pudding. Oh yes, it's getting nice and thick. I don't know if you can see it getting thick. I can feel it. nice, nice. I want it to get really thick. You see that? The sauce is taking a long time. So it's thickening. So I'm going to move it to the back, take it off the heat. Okay. And I'm going to add, okay. And I'm going to add some of this bread. Okay. Then I'm going to add the rest to here. All right, so I need a cup. So I'm going to take some of this juice, some of this custard that I have here, and pour it over. Okay, I'm making a mess. I'm making a big old mess. So basically you want to soak I'm burning my fingers. I have to wipe that off when I'm finished. Right. So I'm going to add the rest of it to here. Okay. Here we go. That nice custard in there. So I'm going to clean this off. Mix everything in. Usually when I do this, I have it sit overnight and then I bake it. Let it soak up all those juices, all that flavor. Okay. So I clean that. I'm gonna put this one in the oven. That's done. And I'm gonna wipe those off and put those in the oven on the sheet pan. You don't want to put that in the oven. It's going to get all dirty and messed up. So I'll do the same thing for here. Woo. And if you wanted to put pineapple in here, you can put pineapple, you can put cranberries, or just leave it plain. I have a friend who he just likes it plain. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a little of this sauce on top of it. So some parts are still dry. Okay, that'll be that one, I think. Oh, that is so good. That custard is the bomb. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the oven. Ooh, it's hot. Yep. And wait. Okay, I'm about to take the bread pudding out of the oven. And look how that looks. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. So it baked about 40 minutes. I forgot to tell you guys, 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the oven. Look how nice that looks. So I'm going to wait for it to cool and cut it and decorate it with some powdered sugar and some sauce. So my bread pudding has cooled and I'm going to try and take it out of here and put it on a plate. And look at the sauce. Look how nice and thick the sauce is. See? Look at that. So see that? Look at that. Nice. So put it on top of the plate. Put it on the plate. Sorry. On the plate. I'm going to get some confectioner's sugar. And sprinkle it on top. See that? That looks nice. So I'm going to take some sauce, some of this nice thick sauce, and drizzle some on top. And put some around the plate. And drizzle some more of the confectioner's sugar on it. Bread pudding. That's it. That's the final piece. See you next time.